I got a new blender top. My last one completely rusted right in the middle and almost set my Vitamix on fire. So I had to buy a new one. And I needed my blender today to create these 3 delicious vegan mac and cheese recipes. And I wanna do a bake-off. Which one actually tastes the best? Let's get right to it. For the first recipe today, we're gonna be making Delish Knowledge's vegan sweet potato mac and cheese. I'm super excited for this one because it's pretty darn healthy. And so let's put all the ingredients together and see what it tastes like. Now, you know me, I like to simplify recipes. And so sometimes I'm like, oh, I could just throw this all in my blender instead of do all the extra steps, and including buy frozen sweet potatoes instead of having to cook and peel sweet potatoes on my own. So you'll need about 2 cups of cooked sweet potatoes. And again, I went for the lazy hack and used frozen. Another lazy hack is using minced garlic instead of the fresh kind. 2 cloves of garlic. Next, we'll add 1/4 of a teaspoon of dried thyme, 1/4 a teaspoon of light salt, or regular salt works. This is just what I have. 1/8 of a teaspoon of turmeric, and I call that a little dash. And 1/8 of a teaspoon of smoked paprika, another little dash. Then we'll add 1 3/4 of a cup of any non-dairy, non-sweetened milk. So make sure it's unsweetened. I'm using oat milk today because I heard for mac and cheese, oat milk is the best one. But if all you have is almond milk, that works too. Next is 1/3 a cup of nutritional yeast and 1/2 a teaspoon of yellow mustard. And then we'll finish it up with 3/4 of a teaspoon of fresh lemon. So just a little bit here, not too much. Okay, now we blend it. That easy. Let's hope it blends with the frozen sweet potatoes. Okay, it worked, and it looks just like a smoothie because it's frozen. It's okay, we'll heat it up, but it looks amazing. And now I'm gonna warm everything over the stove a little bit, reversed from what the instructions said, but it's just easier this way. I'd rather blend it cold instead of try to put warm things into the blender, So now we'll heat it up. But I tasted it, and it's delicious. Okay, it is warm. And now let's add in our noodles. Earlier, I cooked a bunch of noodles because I knew that I would just need them, so I made them while I was prepping for the video, so I can just put them in right away. Okay, let's mix it all together now. Looks so good. I mean, this is like the perfect color of mac and cheese. Super orange. All right, and then we will have our taste test at the end to see if this one wins. Now let's go to the next one. Okay, this next one is from Nora Cooks, and she claims it is the best vegan mac and cheese. It literally was the first one that popped up when I searched on Google, and I love Nora Cooks recipes. And so let's go ahead and put this one together. Okay, we're using the blender again for this one. It starts with 1.5 cups of raw cashews. 2 cups of water. And because I have a Vitamix, I don't need to soak them beforehand, but if you do not have a high-speed blender, you might need to soak them first, and you can just boil water, let them soak for 5 minutes. Next is 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, so 3 of them. Let me get the rest of that first lemon. 3 tablespoons is a good amount of lemon juice. Next, we'll add in 1/2 a cup of nutritional yeast, 1/4 of a teaspoon of turmeric, that's 2 dashes-ish. Then 1/2 a teaspoon of garlic powder, 1.5 teaspoons of salt. I'm using my light salt. And then the secret ingredient that really makes this one delicious is 7 ounces of shredded plant-based cheddar cheese. Now, I went to the store and looked for the brand that has the lowest amount of saturated fat, and I found that Daya really was the best one out of the ones that I had the options of choosing from. So you have to be careful because sometimes you're swapping out, dairy for non-dairy, but you're not really saving on health. You want to watch for that saturated fat. This one's made with oat cream, which is why they can keep it lower. All right, then we blend this up. This one is not quite as yellow as the sweet potato variation, but it's probably gonna be a little bit more delicious with all that cream and flavor. So same thing, let's put it over the stove to warm it up. And we just want it to thicken a little bit, kind of have that vegan cheese melt for us. And if you don't like the texture of vegan cheese, this is like the perfect opportunity to use it because you don't even notice the texture, but you still get the flavor. Okay, now that it is nice and thick, let's add the noodles. This one is thick and creamy and delicious. Holy cow. I can't wait for the taste test at the end. Will it win? I don't know. My kids will decide. Now for this one, you can do an optional breadcrumb topping like the picture, which would obviously take it to the next level. But if I do it for one, I need to do it for all of them. And I'm not sure if I have the energy to do that, so we might just do the taste test without it. This one is good. This one's real good. Are we surprised though with all those cashews and vegan cheese? I think it definitely tastes like the real thing. All right, and our last recipe is my family favorite. It is the Plantwise version of vegan mac and cheese. It's so easy to throw together and my kids love it. So I'm excited to see what it compares to these other two recipes. Let's throw this one together. Now this recipe actually makes 2 batches and I'm going to be making the full thing because I have this much noodles left over. So we're gonna make 2 batches. We will start with a 1/2 cup of nutritional yeast, 6 tablespoons, yes, 6 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1 tablespoon of onion powder. You can tell I like things nice and flavorful. 1 tablespoon here. And 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of salt. Remember, this makes a double batch, so I know you're like, what? It makes a double batch. Just like all the others, we're gonna use some turmeric for a little bit of that yellowy flavor, just about 1/4 of a teaspoon. And we'll also add a little bit of paprika. Again, give it a good color, beautiful. Now, it calls for 3 cups of plant-based milk with this. Like that's all it takes, 3 cups of plant-based milk, and then you're gonna heat it over the stove. But what I found recently, and I tried this once when I didn't have any non-sweetened plant-based milk, is you can use a 1/2 block of tofu and 2 cups water. So 1/2 block of tofu, 2 cups water. Again, this is a double batch. So we're gonna use a full box of tofu, and this is extra firm tofu, actually. I like extra firm because I like it thick. You can use firm too, but not silken. Silken just doesn't work the same. So a full pack of extra firm tofu and 4 cups water is what we're gonna add in. That's what I use my steak knife for, is opening a tofu box. This actually isn't even a steak knife. Okay, drain the tofu, and we'll do not 1 1/2 block, but 2. Make it a large batch. And then 4 cups of water. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's gonna fill my blender. 4. All right, let's do this thing. All right, now let's cook it over the stove to thicken it up. Hey, real quick, I want to interrupt this video to let you know that I'm not only a plant-based nutritionist who likes to cook healthy plant-based meals for my husband and for my 6 kids, but I'm also a certified personal trainer. And we all know that we need to be doing strength training, but most of us aren't doing it. And it's important not to look a certain way, but so that we can be strong and prevent osteoporosis. And so I have the perfect program that really helps you let go of any excuses that you've had as to why you're not doing strength training. Because in this program called 10-Minute Tank Top Arms, it is all about 10 to 12-minute videos that you can do with 2 cans of beans. And then you can move up to weights and use whatever weights you have on hand or even body weight. And with these short videos, there's basically no excuses anymore. You can make it happen. You don't have to change your clothes, you don't have to sweat, but you can get stronger and you can strengthen those bones. So make sure to click on the link below to learn more. Okay, I just hope this large pan can take it all. All right, turn on our heat, add in the deliciousness, and then we need to whisk it because it's gonna get thick fast. All right, it's bubbling and it's getting super thick, so I'm gonna turn off the heat and then add in my noodles. It is really thick, you can't really tell, but it's thick, like soup. All right, we'll add in our noodles. That should do her. I really love using tofu because, I mean, look at all that protein. Out of all of the recipes, the Plantwise recipe has the most protein, will probably keep you full just as much as the one that's higher in calories and fat. I think it's delicious, it's my favorite, but we'll see what the kids think. Look at that creamy goodness. Now, when I make this at home, it doesn't say in the recipe, but I do like to top it with more nutritional yeast. This is totally optional, but I think it's really good. And I like to top it with a little bit of garlic powder, or not garlic powder, my Kinder's wood-fired garlic. This is what I've been doing lately, just kind of as a yummy topper, like a quick topper instead of doing the bread. So I'll just mix it in so they all look the same, but this is what I've been doing lately to kind of mix up my just typical vegan mac and cheese recipe to make it a little more tasty. Because when you add the tofu instead of the plant milk, I feel like it takes away a little bit more of the flavor than if you just use the plant milk. So sometimes they kind of need to add it in a little bit more. So again, you can just do this to taste. This is how I make everything taste real good. Okay, so we have our 3 mac and cheeses, but I have one little trick up my sleeve that I want to see if my kids like just a box mac and cheese recipe. This is dairy-free, and see if they like this recipe better than all of these, because obviously this one would be the easiest one to throw together. So I'm gonna quickly do that since I still have all these extra noodles. I'm just gonna quickly throw this one together. Now in this box is a pouch. Since I've already cooked the noodles, I'm not gonna use the noodles in the box, I'm just gonna use the pouch of cheese. Let's add some noodles to my pan and then put this cheese on top and warm it up. Squeeze in the cheese. Oh man, look at that. It's Daya, so it looks like it is made out of water, coconut oil, sunflower oil, potato starch, salt, sugar, and natural flavors. Pea protein, yeast extract. All right, this one has about as much saturated fat as the cheese does when you buy it in the store, so I'm not expecting it to be perfect. All right, let's mix it in. Let's turn on the heat. It's a little bit warm. I'm just curious, I've literally never bought this before, and so I'm curious if it's good, because why would I buy a tiny little packet when I have to feed a family of 6, you know? But when you're on your own, it's always good to know if it's good or not. It's definitely not as healthy as my mac and cheese or Delish Knowledge mac and cheese with the sweet potatoes, but it is dairy-free. And here they are in all of their glory. We're ready for a taste test. We have Delish Knowledge mac and cheese, Plantwise mac and cheese, and Nora Cooks, as well as Daya. All right, let's taste it. All right, I have put every single type of mac and cheese on my plate. I'm gonna taste it before my kids get a chance to. So let's first start with the Daya boxed mac and cheese. And it's good. It's creamy, it's tasty. It definitely tastes like that fake American cheese. So it tastes like a processed food. Like, it's amazing kind of the difference, right? It's just boxed mac and cheese. Like, it kind of has that processed cheese taste. It's good, but you know, it feels like it's from a box. Let's go to Delish Knowledge with the sweet potato and mac and cheese. It's tasty, slightly sweet. I mean, makes sense from the sweet potato, but it's tasty. It's delicious. It's very light. This is a light mac and cheese. Not very heavy, tasty, slightly sweet. I like it. I would totally make this again. Next is the Nora Cooks, the best vegan mac and cheese. Let's see if it lives up to its name. Oh my gosh. This is good. This is good. You can just taste how like creamy it is. It's definitely heavy. Like it feels like regular mac and cheese with like that heavy creaminess. But wow, if I was gonna make mac and cheese for Thanksgiving dinner, I would definitely make this one. This one's really good. I think it would impress a crowd, and I don't think that they would even be able to tell that it's vegan. It's good. Just make sure there's no nut allergies. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. And last but not least, let's try the Plantwise vegan mac and cheese. I love me that wood-fired garlic. I definitely love that I added it to it. It makes it taste better for sure. It's light, not as light as the sweet potato mac and cheese, but definitely lighter than the Nora Cooks. Like, it doesn't feel as heavy, and it's delicious. But I would have to say, well, I think they're all amazing, minus the boxed version, but we'll see what my kids think. In general, if I was going to make a mac and cheese recipe to impress other people, I'd make the Nora Cooks one. But if I was gonna make one just for personal health reasons, if I wanted more antioxidants, more nutrients, I'd make the Delish Knowledge one. If I wanted like a healthy, higher protein pasta that would keep me full, that doesn't feel as heavy, definitely the Plantwise one. You can't go wrong with any of them. They're awesome. It's definitely fun to try them all out. All right, now let's get my kids. We'll see what they think. All right, Eastie, let's try them out.
Oh, this good?
That's the Nora Cooks. It's really good.
I really like this one.
You don't like that one? That's the boxed one.
Yeah, not good. I don't like this one.
You don't like the sweet potato one?
Yeah.
You like that one?
Yeah.
That one's mine. That's
These are
my
the
recipe.
best.
Those two are the best. Nora Cooks and Plantwise wins. Love it.
I'm gonna try this one first. Good.
So the box mac is good.
This one's good.
Oh, you like the sweet potato one?
This is cheesy.
Nora Cooks is cheesy, yeah. All right, next one.
This is definitely my favorite.
Plantwise wins.
Second favorite is this one.
The Nora Cooks.
Then this one, then that one.
First, I'm gonna try the Plantwise one.
Tell us how it tastes, Ezra.
Good.
You like the Plantwise one?
Yeah. I might just like all of them. Ooh, I hate that one.
You don't like the sweet potato one?
Yeah, I actually can taste the sweet potato.
You don't like it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the sweet potato is good.
Yeah, that's the Nora Cooks.
Well, this one is, I love it.
Which one?
This one.
Oh, you like the box. You like the box mac and cheese.
Which one wins? Wait, I'm gonna taste yours one more time to see. Box.
The box one wins.
I love it.
That's hilarious. That tells you what kids like. Yes, you can eat that whole thing. You like the box one, man. You're like the only one that likes it. Does that taste like school mac and cheese? Is that why you like it? No? You just like the box one. Okay, today was just one of those days where my older kids are doing cooler things and don't want to be on mom's dumb YouTube channel. So they did taste test it and pretty much everyone agreed that the winner was Nora Cooks, that everyone liked that one the best, and then second was the Plantwise one. Everyone but this guy who loved the box one. As always, the recipes for today's video are linked below, and if you liked this one, definitely check out my next video called 3 Easy Vegan Comfort Foods You Need to Try. So watch that one next.